on negative news. How does news sell when it's not negative? Recently, the media has come under severe criticism that we always thrive on negative news. That's the only thing we know. The media, Ghanaian media, they ask senseless questions. They ask what stupid questions. I say we don't know what we are doing here.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Yeah.
Yesterday, I was sad. Not sad at the insults they were throwing at me, but sad at the youth. Which country? What is happening in this country? That we glorify. Really? The most unfortunate part is the people who are our colleagues and even above us who are supposed to know better, they stoop so low to that level. And we allow it. It's very unfortunate.
Very, very.
So, how does negative news sell? We say, and yesterday I saw a post from Kwame Dadzi.
Yeah.
And he did a very sensible post. He wrote something about that a shaman to the world. Oh man, let me try and get it. When I finished, I was even clapping harder. I saw something. I think it was on a post. Oh, here we go. It says, I see a lot of people are mad at the media. I understand their worry. It's a chicken and egg situation. The people complaining about toxic media practice are the same people that patronize their content in droves. Well, you complain, but you watch, you listen. The ones you claim are progressive and clean content, you don't give them the attention. I post about Stonebwoy making a donation, I get 2 likes. 2 comments. I post about Shattawale insulting someone, I get 1K likes, 800 comments. We claim we hate media content, yet we love them. The more we watch to them, the more fuel we give them. You, the consumers, are the problem. Demand and supply. Deal with it. This is Kwame Dazi's rant. Yes, Kwame Dazi is speaking. So, I mean, my only problem may be the final line, where the consumers are the problem, because, well, they demand and we give them. So it's like, yes, you want chaff, I'll give you chaff. I mean, that's how I decode his final submission. However, let's take the whole submission into perspective. Donation. No one is talking about it. Let's use Shattawale as an example. He's made donations. He said he pays for school fees. No one is talking about it. He insults some.
Release app Shaxi, make people download.
Yes, he released Shaxi. Right? No one. How many of his fans were even commending him for the Shaxi? Because as many fans as he has, for me, I was expecting that Shaxi would be number one.
Yes.
But come to think of it, how many of them have even downloaded it? Let's check with the data. I'm very sure he has the data. Or the managers of the app would give him the analytics. That, okay, look, this and that is what we have. According to the data, we have 100,000 subscriptions.
Driver downloads. To be a driver, you need to also download an
Is there anything? Why can't all of them rally behind him and say, look, we are all going for Shaxi? I'm not saying they should boycott the other.
Oh, some of them have all the 3. All the them are full.
Oh, but me, I have them. Me on my phone. On my phone, I have.
If you try this one, I know the word.
I have Uber. I have Bolt.
Yeah.
I have Uber. I have Bolt, and I have Shaxi. So I have all 3.
I have 4.
You have 4.
Yeah,
okay.
Uber, Bolt, Yango, Shaxi.
Okay.
Shaxi almost every time Cabino day.
But that was then. Have you tried it again?
No, yeah. Last time,
okay, good.
Just tried it right.
Okay, good.
It's also the black ride.
No, so it be the driver app where people for download on their phone so that they go fit reach you.
Good.
I believe so.
So if Shattawale can make all the noise. But as my mom would say, "Baku for Nisan to me katanya kupoeni," right? So, once that you are a follower, is this not the best time? The time you devote to support things that are negative. What is the positive side that you can also support? How do we strive on the positive news? Can news really sell when it's not negative? Especially, let's limit it to Ghana.
Okay. All right. So, Miles.
I also think that apart from what Don said about people trying to find out other people's businesses, I think there's that kind of, I don't even know if it's a Ghanaian thing or it's a worldwide thing, that kind of thing where people would like to humanize people. You cry, you are not that invincible because look at what you just did the other day. You know, and it's a quest because why is it that you are the one always getting the praise? So today, let's take it for instance, Robert is a PR guru, and then he goes on an interview trying to do damage control, and then unfortunately he goofs. Everybody is like, you see, after all, he wasn't that much of a guru that everybody thought he was. There's that human, like they want to humanize you and make you know that so I think that is also something that partakes in the negative news, the bringing out of negative news. And I think you hit the nail right on the head. It's just part of human nature. It would take Jesus and the angels to come down to change human nature. Honestly.
And why do people troll on social media? Even the negatives.
You get
negatives.
It's people who are trying to troll right now. Let me use this example. People who are trying to troll Andy right now because of whatever he has said on the media are hypocrites. Because at the end of the day, if another artist comes to sit here and then there's some controversy or some rumors surrounding the artist, and then Andy doesn't, next thing you know, Andy cries, he's an incompetent show host.
Thank you.
Because he didn't ask this and this and that.
Which was obvious.
Yeah, I mean, I want to thank them, Charlie. Andy hasn't trended, like number one, dear. They've done well. If
Okay, Robert, please hold on for me. Let's speak with Kwame. Let's speak with Kwame Dadzi. Kwame Dadzi is a writer and a presenter with CTFM. Entertainment journalist. Forgive me. Thank you very much. Kwame!
Andy does to the grandpapa.
Okay. Kwame, how are we?
I'm good, Andy.
Well, thank you very much for your attention. So, Kwame, I just read something on your wall, and I must applaud you for your boldness. In fact, you're always bold. You posted something some hours ago, that was yesterday, that you post about Stonebwoy making a donation. You get 2 likes, 2 comments. You post about Shattawale insulting someone, 1,000 likes, 800 comments. We claim we hate junk media content, yet we love them. The more we watch and listen to them, the more fuel we give them. Now, when you ended, there was a statement you made that caught my attention that I was not too comfortable with it. However, I will ask you, you said you, the consumers, are the problem. Demand and supply. Deal with it. Does that mean that you feed them junk or you feed them negative news all the time because they want it?
Thank you very much, Andy Dorsey. I think anybody who plies their trade in this media space knows what I'm talking about. You see, we give to the people what they want, and most times we also they also consume what we give to them. So I said in the article, I wrote in the article, the preamble, that it's a chicken and egg situation. Okay, so for a long time we've talked about what we give out to the people, what they consume, and how that affects their behaviors and impacts society. So on the back of the recent hullabaloo about the media not living up to expectation, not impacting the entertainment industry, I thought about, one thing. Just a few days ago, I heard Ďaqüad, tweet Kevin Boy's story, call him foolish and all that. It wasn't right for him to have insulted somebody like that for just saying or admitting that. It wasn't right for Ďaqüad to have done that. And there are a lot of other people on social media who also thought the same. They also came after him. They came after you, Andy, as well. Then I saw some videos popping up, videos of Nana Romeo, videos of other entertainment journalists, if you like, or other media people who in the past were bashed for quote-unquote not doing their work right. So I was like, okay, so almost everybody is attacking the media. It appears that we're not doing our work well. We are not doing what we're supposed to do. We are feeding the general public what is negative. That is what they call it. But who is to blame for this? Because I have, for the past years, tried so hard not to over-sensationalize things that I put out there. The media house that I work for wouldn't even allow you to do that. So in the first place, you need to be very responsible. You need to be very ethical. You can't go on air where I work to insult any artist. You will go home. You understand it. But the question is, if, for example, you keep complaining that radio station A, radio station B, or C keeps using quote-unquote negative content, but you go there for interviews. You, the general public, you, the listener, you, the viewer, you will log on, you will watch, you will listen, even the numbers. Who then do you blame? Because, for example, if you are a YouTuber now, if you like to do a content and say, okay, I'm advising Ghanaian musicians on what to do to have good management teams and all that, nobody will log on to even watch what you are putting out there. But you just say, Shattawale goes mad again. Caption, YouTube video, and go check the number of views that you get. So it's more or less like what the people are attracted to, that is what informs what the media also put out there. That notwithstanding, Andy, we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that as a people, as a media community, or as the media, we also have the right and the responsibility to put out what is ethical and right. So in as much as I agree that what we put out or what they consume is what informs the content we put out there, and yes, it's a numbers game. We're all looking for the numbers. We should also be very responsible with what we put out there. So you can't go on radio without you having facts, always trying to downplay the unintelligence of the people that you interview, the people that you serve. You go on radio, and I'm not forgiving my senior man, Ďaqüad, for this one. And I personally think that he needs to come out to apologize to Kevin Boy for saying he's quote-unquote foolish on radio. It's not good. And he's the program's manager. It doesn't speak well of the perfectly. People also try as much as possible to drift towards positive content. I'm very sure a lot of the media people or personalities would also give them what they call positive. In the absence of that, you and I know you started this job way before I got in it. And we know that there are ethics, there are principles of what we do as a people. Checking, cross-checking, double-checking. You don't have to insult or offend the sensibilities of you. You need to respect whoever you are dealing with, the artist, the ordinary person who is listening, all that. And mind you, sometimes we think that when we're in the studio, we are there alone, but we lose sight of the fact that a lot of people are listening to us. Some are children, some are older people, some are people that know more than we do. So let's not use our media platforms to denigrate people, to tarnish people's reputations just because we want the numbers. Let us try as much as we can to strike a balance. We can put out compelling content that may not necessarily generate so much excitement or get us the numbers that we want, but let's be careful in our attempt to make people like what we do and get sensational. We don't insult people. We don't make them feel that they are worthless. We don't make the ordinary person also listening get affected by whatever we put out there. Let's do journalism or media that will impact society positively. I don't have any problem with anybody who is doing what they're doing, who is cashing out or cashing in on their content or YouTube or traditional media. But I think that let's respect each other. The ecosystem we talk about is about us, not just media people. We work for the people. We work for the artists. We work for the creative community. And so we can't do this alone. Let's understand. And also, if the artists have concerns about us, anything that we do that they think is not right.
Okay, now, Kwame.
If the artists vent their displeasure at things that when we honestly think we are wrong, let's correct those mistakes.
Okay, Kwame. Now, check this out. Kwame, there was this. I mean, I've seen your posts sometimes where even Shattawale came here, that there were certain questions you were expecting that I ask or we discussed that we didn't, and you countered on your social media page. That was you, right?
Yes.
Sometimes I feel like, okay, these are too negatives. I don't even want to go there, not to tarnish the image of the artist. You expected me to go there. A typical example was when Tiny came here. Look, I was watching you closely. Right after the interview, or during the interview, you and a lot of people thought that we were treating it with kids' gloves. And you posted Fieros. I remember vividly.
Andy,
right?
let me
so, Kwame,
this.
you were expecting, hold on. You were expecting Kwame, please let me finish, please. I've given you all the time, Kwame, with due respect. I'm not attacking you. I just want to.
Kwame, please let us also fire you. You fire, make we also fire you. Kwame, be a gentleman and keep quiet and hear your own.
Oh,
Andy,
you don't.
I can't hear what Prince is saying, but I wasn't expecting Prince or you or anybody in the studio to fight back at Tiny.
So what was the Fiero for?
But listen, I was expecting you to exude the same confidence and boldness that you exuded when you did the first story. For example, if the person comes to your studio, you do an initial story, you wax so confident, you were so bold. Like if you think that you are bold in that direction, the person is sitting right in front of you. Why do you then mellow in that manner? It means that.
So you expected me to fire that? You wanted violence.
Violence.
That was what you were expecting.
Wait.
Kwame, don't be a hypocrite.
Kwame, that was what you were expecting.
That's what you wrote, say we be Fieros. And we had to even explain to you that because I'm the program's manager, I couldn't do that. Kwame, don't forget why we had a convo on this one. Why are you trying to pretend then as if you are all goody and everybody is bad? Whilst you do worse than what we do.
You see, Prince, let's do this. We are the same people. We are the only people that can talk about what affects us as a media. You understand it? So if I am part of the media, you are part of the media. Sometimes I hit you up backstage. We talk about things and all that.
So, Kwame, let's not allot blame. Let's find a way out because we are all culpable in one way or the other. So I don't see why you come out speaking so goody as if Kwame Dazi is not for this on weekend. You post all your stories on weekend. You may not post it on your channel, but you post it on weekend.
Prince, I'm not sure I was called on here for us to have a banter. I'm just admonishing all of us to try as much as possible not to use our platform to denigrate the reputations of our artists. You know, we're all not perfect. Some of us all make mistakes. I've made mistakes before. There are times that I've gone so hard or too hard on artists out there. You've done the same before. And so if I say that we shouldn't use our platforms to denigrate our artists or the people we work with, I think it's in the right direction. I mean, they are always right and we shouldn't criticize them. We should criticize them. But it should be constructive. It should be clean. It should be devoid of insults and all that. You understand me? So ending this one, Prince, I'm apologizing. And I'm pleading with you to apologize to Kevin Boy because what you did to Kevin Boy on his show, I listened, it is not good at all.